Hi everyone. Previous class we have discussed about introduction to electrostatic. In electrostatic, basically there are two fundamental laws that are Coulomb's law and Gauss law. So first we are going to discuss about Coulomb's law. So let us consider Coulomb's law is an experimental law. Coulomb's law is an experimental law. So let us consider any two positive charges any two positive charges. These are two positive charges. Point 1 and point 2. First point charge Q1 and second point charge Q2. Draw the vector line from first point charge to second point charge. Draw the vector line from first point charge to second point charge. So find out the force on charge Q2 due to Q1. Determine force F12 bar on charge Q2 due to Q1. So along this direction, the force is F12 bar. And the distance between 2 point charges is R12. What is 1 and what is 2 suffix 1 and suffix 2? 1 is the first point charge and 2 is the second point charge. So because of that, the distance between first point charge and second point charge is represented by R suffix 12 or simply represented by R2. So that is the meaning of R suffix 12. So why we can represent R12? We can determine force on Q2 due to Q1. So because of that R12. So we can determine force on Q1 due to Q2. We can represent the distance between 2 point charges is R2 1. Okay. So now here we can determine the force on charge Q2 due to Q1. So because of that, the distance between first point charge and second point charge is R12 or simply R. Along the direction, the unit vector is AR12 bar or AR bar. AR12 bar is the unit vector directed from charge Q1 to Q2. AR12 bar is the unit vector directed from charge Q1 to Q2. So consider origin, draw the vector lines from origin to the first charge Q1 and origin to the charge Q2. R1 is the position vector at point charge Q1, R2 is the position vector at point charge Q2. Consider the origin, draw the vector line from origin to point charge Q1, origin to point charge Q2. R1 is the position vector at charge Q1 and R2 is the position vector at charge Q2. F12 bar is the force exerted by Q1 on Q2. Once again, F12 bar is the force exerted by Q1 on Q2. F21 bar is the force exerted by Q2 on Q1. Or in other words, F12 bar is the force on Q2 due to Q1. F21 bar is the force on Q1 due to Q2. Both the forces are same but opposite direction. Both the forces are same. What are both the forces? F12 bar and F21 bar are the two forces. Both the forces are same but opposite direction. Sign is opposite. So that is the figure of the Coulomb's law. So now I am going to discuss about, I will define Coulomb's law statement. Coulomb's law states that force F bar between any two point charges Q1 and Q2 is along the line joining the charges directly proportional to the product of the charges Q1 and Q2 and inversely proportional to product of the charges inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. So that is the statement of Coulomb's law. Once again, the Coulomb's law states that force F bar between any two point charges Q1 and Q2 is along the line joining the charges directly proportional to the product of the charges Q1 and Q2 and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Mathematically, the Coulomb's law is expressed as F bar, magnitude of F bar is equal F. According to the statement of the Coulomb's law, F is equal K into Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is the proportionality constant. The proportionality constant K is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space and it is given by 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12 farad per meter or 10 to the power of minus 19 10 to the power of minus 9 by 36 pi farad per meter. So that is the value of permittivity epsilon naught in free space. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space. Epsilon naught is the dielectric constant. Therefore, K is equal 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is epsilon naught value? 10 to the power of minus 9 by 36 pi. Substitute that value into 1 by 4 epsilon naught. The proportionality constant K is equal 9 into 10 to the power of 9 meter per farad. So what is the dimensions? What is the dimension and what are the dimensions of epsilon naught? Farad per meter. And the dimensions of proportionality constant K is meter per farad. AR12 in the diagram, what is AR12? AR12 bar. AR12 bar is the unit vector directed from charge Q1 to charge Q2. F is the force exerted by Q1 on Q2. F12 bar is the force exerted by Q1 on Q2. And R bar, R or R12 is the distance between 2 point charges Q1 and Q2. So, force is measured in MKS units, force is measured in newtons, charge is measured in coulombs, distance is measured in meters. If the point charges Q1 and Q2 are located, at points having the position vectors R1 and R2, then the force is given by F bar is equal magnitude of the force into along the direction. So that is F bar is equal, what is the K value? Proportionality constant K value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. After substituting K value, we have Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R square into AR bar, or Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12 square into AR12 bar. So that is the force equation, where R12 bar is equal R2 minus R1. So R12 is the distance between charge Q1 and charge Q2. Here we can determine the force on charge q2 due to q1 along that direction, the distance vector is r12 bar. R12 bar, what is small r1? R1 is the position vector at point charge q1, and what is small r2? That is the position vector at second point charge q2. Therefore, r12 bar is equal small r2 minus r1. Why r2 minus y1? Now here we can determine the force on charge q2 due to q1. Because of that, r12 bar is equal r2 minus r1. And the unit vector ar12 bar is the unit vector directed from charge q1 to q2, and it is given by r12 bar by magnitude of r12 bar. Substituting r12 bar and ar12 bar values into force equation, we have F12 bar or F bar is equal Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12 square into AR12 bar. What is the definition of unit vector R12 bar by magnitude of R12 bar? What is R12 bar? R2 minus R1. And what is the magnitude of R12 bar? Magnitude of R12 bar is R2 minus R1. Substituting all these values into force equation, we get the final resultant equation Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12 square into R12 bar is R2 minus R1 by magnitude of R12 is R12. R12 square into R12 Q, that is equal Q1 Q2 R2 minus R1 by 4 pi epsilon naught R12 Q, that is equal, but R12 is equal R2 minus R2. After substituting R12 value, we get Q1 Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught R2 minus R1 whole square. So that is the force equation. Coulomb's law stated. Similarly, in previous, what is F12 bar? F12 bar is the force exerted by Q1 on Q2 or force on charge Q2 due to Q1, that is F12 bar. Similarly, we can determine force on charge Q1 due to Q2, that is F21 bar. Both the forces are same but opposite sign, that is F21 bar is equal minus F12 bar. Magnitude is same but opposite direction. In general, the permittivity epsilon is equal epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon is the absolute permittivity of the medium. Epsilon is the absolute permittivity of the medium. Epsilon r is the relative permittivity of the medium. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space. For free space, the value of relative permittivity is 1. In any other medium, the value of relative permittivity is greater than 1. See the animation of Coulomb's law. There will be an attractive forces. There will be an attractive forces when the charges have opposite sign. One charge is positive charge and another charge is negative. Positive charge and negative charge. What is the force between positive charge and negative charge? Attractive force. There will be a repulsive force when the charges have same sign. Both the charges have same sign. Both are positive charges or both are negative charges. Both are positive charges or both are negative charges. What is the force between both the positive charges and both the negative charges? Repulse to each other. See the animation.